Hi everyone, welcome to this week's vlog.
Coming up in this week's vlog, we're still without a car, so we're doing stuff around the house and spending time down in Caleta. We walk down a couple of times and back and sometimes get a taxi. So there's some shopping hauls because we've been stocking up at Eurospar. There's also lots of me chatting, sorry about that. It's quite a long vlog, so grab yourselves a cup of tea and I hope you enjoy it. I hope everybody's well and you've all had a good week.
It's Tuesday afternoon and I've just got back from my Spanish class and had my lunch. And the Spanish class was really good today actually. I kind of felt like I could see a bit of improvement in myself, which is really good because I seem to go week after week and I'm always thinking, oh, I'm not getting any better. But today, we were doing translation and stuff as normal, but I managed to do all the questions without looking at Google Translate, which I had kind of got into the habit of doing. So I was really pleased about that. I've got a couple of jobs that I want to get done this week, and one of them is to paint the other little table. I've done one of them. And I did start that yesterday, made a good start on that. I tend to do that first thing in the morning when it's a bit cooler and the sun isn't blaring down. And I also, there's a couple of bits in the kitchen that I want to give a really good clean. So the oven is one, hate cleaning the oven. The top of the oven is another, and just down beside the fridge, on top of the fridge, and the microwave. So that's kind of like my goals, as it were. Well, not goals, but that's what I would like to get done this week. But because it's summer and, you know, we're in Spain, we all take it a bit easy here in the summer. So I'm just going to do the top of the cooker now. And then I'm going to try and give my sister a ring, read my book for a while and go for a swim. So, yeah, not too much, but still a little bit productive.
So this is the bit that needs a good shine. I've taken these bits down already and given them a good clean. I'm actually just going to put them outside to dry off. They weren't too bad, to be honest, but I like to keep on top of these things. So I'm going to put these outside to dry, shine the top bit, and then I'm going to give my sister a ring and hopefully she'll be free. That is that done, but look at the disgusting colour of the water. That's all grease and dust that's come off of it. Right, I'm going to put it back together now. There we go, nice and shiny. Pleased with that. Look at this cute little baby lizard. We've got quite a few of them. Dinner was gnocchi with peas, courgettes and peppers and a bit of barbecue sauce. It's Wednesday morning, it's about 10 o'clock and we're going to go down to Caleta. We need to go to the Correos to pick something up and to post something. We need to, what else do we need to do? Oh, we need to go and see Yolanda because we have had the paperwork through from our old car and we obviously don't have the next car yet, but we're hoping to do something with the insurance. Not quite sure what, but that's who we've got our insurance with, so we need to go and chat to her. Hopefully she'll be free. If not, I'll message her later because we haven't actually got an appointment. And what else are we going to do? Meander around, walk all the way along to the Atlantico, have coffee, maybe have a bit of lunch, and then do a little top-up shop in Eurospar because we need some more fresh stuff. We're doing really well for all the the main meals. I stocked up enough when I knew we weren't going to have a car, but it's the fresh bit, so we need fruit, veg and yogurt. I think that's about it. That's it, all the chores are done.
It's quite hot now, and obviously because it's July, it's summer, and we're going to go and get a cup of coffee. We were going to go to Cafe del Town, which is next to the Creos, but it's shut, so we're heading towards Fun in the Sun, but I think that's closed on a Wednesday, so I don't know, we'll go wherever we can find somewhere that we like. So Fun in the Sun is closed on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so we're going to walk around all the way around the sea path thing, coast path, to the harbour, and in the Barcello, and sit there and have a cuppa. We've just got back, and the thermometer thing in the taxi, because we've got a taxi back up the hill, said 37.5, so it is warm. We had a nice lunch. I had a tuna club sandwich, and I completely forgot to take a picture of it in Gala, and it was divine actually. It was really nice. Had a cup of mint tea as well. We got some bits in Spa, just fresh things, which I will show you quickly, and then I think it's time for a swim. This is what we got from Euro Spa. So 2 oranges, 2 red peppers, 4 plums, some of these green beans. We got these last week and they were really nice actually. I always used to get these when we were in Catillo, but I never really see them in Mercadona. Anyway, beetroot, frozen spinach, 2 nectarines, 2 courgettes, a bit of pumpkin, got some cherries, they look really good, some dark chocolate chips, which is for some baking that I want to do, some sultanas, some hummus. These are for Martin. These are lemon and lime, and just plain Greek yogurt. And that's it for our little top-up shop. I better get the spinach in the freezer. As you can see, the freezer is actually looking quite empty, but I need to defrost it. So as we haven't got the car and we're not going to Mercadona, this is why we're doing these little top-up shops, because I want to be using up everything that's in here, just so that I can defrost it and kind of start again. I think it's good to do that every now and again, because I've realised that even though I kind of open up the fridge and the freezer at the moment and go, oh, there's no food, we've actually got enough to do dinners, like as long as we buy a bit more fresh stuff, for at least another 7 days, if not more. So it just goes to show. I forgot these bits. These 2 are also from Euro Spa. I got some honey, is that honeydew melon, the yellow one? I think it is. Half of one, and some potatoes. And then I went in the little, what is it? It's like an Asian supermarket next door to the chocolate shop. And they do all sorts of like spices and different pulses and like Indian food, Chinese food, Asian food. So I got some rice papers, because you can make those nice like spring roll wrapper things, and then do like a little peanut dipping sauce. That's what I'm going to do with those one lunchtime. And I also got a green curry paste, because I've got a tin of coconut milk, and I can do maybe, I think, a fish curry one evening this week, because I've got some fish to use up in the freezer. So yeah, I'd forgotten about those 2 things. We're down in town again. It's Thursday morning and we've walked down. We've been to the Creos. They still don't have our parcel. Apparently all the parcels are stuck in Antigua, so we'll have to wait till next week. So we're just going to walk all the way around to the Atlantico and treat ourselves to a breakfast that we saw some other people having. We're just having a little rest by the beach, and we're just saying it's ever so quiet. When we were down here, was it yesterday? It was much busier. It's 10 past 10, but it's hot, but Don't know where everyone is. Maybe they're all round by their swimming pools or something. It's very nice though, I'm not complaining. That breakfast in Gala was really nice, really well presented, such good value because the drinks were included. So, you know, it works out €7 each, which is nothing. There was loads of it. It was really nicely presented, very tasty. Yeah, I highly recommend that. I'm sure we'll do that again actually. It was really good fun. Perhaps not entirely diet food, and I have got weigh-in tomorrow, but you know, we did a big old walk to get there, and I will be going swimming later, and you know, you've got to live. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, we're home now. It's about 12 o'clock I think, and I want to sort out my craft supplies because I keep buying things and there's so, in my head, there's so many things that I want to do, so many projects around the house and learning how to make things, and you know, I'm even starting to think about Christmas decorations, which is crazy because it's July. But yeah, I need to get all my craft stuff out, have a good look through it, sort it all out, and then decide kind of what I'm going to actually do for the next like couple of projects. Otherwise, I just seem to have the ideas, research them, buy the stuff, and then not actually do anything. Well, actually, that's not strictly true. I have finished another macrame hanger, which is just behind me. I don't know if you can see it. No, it's kind of over there. I'll show it you in a minute. I'm quite pleased with it actually, apart from the bottom bit, which I randomly just tied in a big knot. I forgot that you're supposed to wrap it, so I need to undo that and actually finish it properly. But other than that, I'm really pleased with it. But yeah, I need to kind of regroup a bit and just think, right, what do I want to make? What projects do I want to get underway now? And what do I want to save, you know, for like later on in the year or whatever. Because I started like embroidering my jeans and my rucksack, and so I've got like half a cactus embroidered on my rucksack at the moment, which looks a bit strange when I go out with it. Yeah, so that's my plan for the next couple of hours, and then obviously swimming as well. I want also to show you, Martin's put up some shelves for me inside, so I don't have anything to go on them yet because I want to put mainly plants on them, obviously, but also photographs, and all my photographs are still in the UK, so when we're going back there later this year, I will be bringing them back. So the shelves look a bit strange because there's not much on them, but I'll show you what we've done so far. As I keep saying, the house is a work in progress and we're doing everything slowly, but the shelves are made of pallets, of course, and I'm really pleased with them, and I can't wait to sort of get things to go on them, and it's nice to have things to look for when you're out and about. And yeah, anyway, I'll show you my macrame, I'll show you the shelves, and then I'll get on with the crafts. Right, so this is everything. It's got all in a mess and a jumble, and like I said, I keep buying things and then not actually doing anything. So I'm going to sit here for as long as it takes and sort everything out. First thing I've done is just got one of my Tupperwares, because I've got loads, and made like a little sewing kit. So I always keep bits of ribbon off of clothes, and there's a bit of elastic there. There's some fabric that I had left over from that carrier bag holder I made. And all the different cottons which all seem to be blue for some reason. I think we've got a white, oh there's the white one. But a lot of our clothes are blue, so, and then this is my very old Cath Kidston needle holder thing. So that's actually all going to not go in the craft cupboard. I think that might go in another cupboard, but that's much neater. And then this box, I've sort of categorised things a bit better. So I've just got my opened glues in there. Got a spare one down there. This I think I'm going to do something with quite soon. So I've just left that out. And then in this one I've got wooden beads and wooden rings. Then in this bag I've just got kind of tools. So I've got measuring tape, there's some scissors in there, there's the jewellery making tools, Martin's roll of, what's this stuff called?
Masking tape.
Masking tape, don't tell him it's in there. So that can be zipped up and popped in there. And then I've got one of these bags for all the jewellery making stuff that I've got. So I've got beads in there, I've got findings, and I've just kind of popped them all in there, so that can go in. And then this one is for all my threads that I've got so far. So I've got these little cotton threads which are for making bracelets, and then I've got the hemp that I've got, which again is for jewellery really, or maybe some little Christmas decorations with some of these. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. I'm just going to put that all neatly in there, and then I'll show you the other thing that I've done. So that's everything in there. I can put the lid on that now, and that can go back in the cupboard, but at least I can decide, you know, when I want to do something, it's not a complete mess, and then I just lose the will and don't do anything. Let me shut that up. Right, let me show you the painting thing. So in this one, which is like a zip bag thing, I've put everything to do with painting and drawing and also embroidery. So this is like a journal colouring book thing that I got ages ago, and I've hardly done any of it. But I really like doing this, and it's all in Spanish, so it's good practice for me. So that's going to go in along with these, which are stencils. I got these off Temu, and they are bigger than I thought they were going to be, but I might be able to do some plant pots with them. That's kind of my plan. So I'm going to put them underneath, because I won't be doing that just yet. I also, for the same reason, actually bought some acrylic paints the other day, so they can just go in there. And then in this one, I've got my watercolour sketchbook, my watercolour paints and my paintbrushes. And I was really enjoying, I think I was doing some watercolour cacti. So I want to carry on with that. That's actually on my summer bucket list as well, was to sit outside and paint. And then this bag has got the colouring pencils in, so when I want to get the book out, I can just grab this bag. There's also some chalk in there, and these are like the, I don't know what you call them, like dibber-dobber things. Some people use them to do patterns on their nails, but these actually belong to my friend Claudia, but she's back in Germany, so she lent them to me until she comes back. And we use them for like painting stones, or like I say, I might try and do some plant pots and do dibs on them with the acrylic paints. So that's in that little bag. And then I've just got that little, what do you call that? Palette, I suppose. That can just go there. And then last but not least, very messily, all my embroidery threads and my embroidery hoop. So that can all go in there, be zipped up, nice and neat. And like I say, then when I decide what I want to do, it's not quite so head doing. I'm really pleased that I've got all that craft stuff sorted out. It was on my little goal thing for this week. So hopefully now, as I keep saying, it'll be much easier for me to just say, oh, actually, I want to do a bit of painting now. and grab the painting stuff. Whereas before, I've been going to that cupboard, opening it up, seeing the chaos, thinking, oh, shall I make a bracelet? Shall I paint? Shall I embroider? And then I end up doing nothing. So I'm really hoping that the fact that it's nice and organised now will enable me to be more creative. And I've got some more macrame, like the big roll of macrame, to do some more pot hangers, because I'm loving making those. A few people have asked me whether I would do like tutorials for craft things, but it's a bit like with the recipes. I don't have the right equipment or probably enough skill. But for the macrame, I look at a YouTube channel called Marching North, and she's very, very clear in her instructions, and she has some lovely sort of tutorials. So if you're interested in doing that, that's who I recommend having a look at. And it is really easy, macrame. Once you get into it, you just you can be quite creative with it. You don't necessarily need to follow a pattern, which is what I did with my last one, and I just ended up doing all kinds of different knots, and I really enjoyed it, so I want to do another one. Hello, welcome to a so far very productive Friday morning. We're trying to get all the jobs done. I've also watered all the plants. Friday is my plant watering day, and I love it because I overwater things. I have had to sort of give myself a day where I can water all the plants, otherwise they don't like it. Apart from my spiders, they love to be watered. So anyway, yeah, I've watered all the plants. I like to do it kind of first thing in the morning, so I did that about 7. Washing's on, kitchen's cleaned. I've done one coat of paint so far on the table, and I'm just going to do another coat, and then my friend Tracy's coming to pick me up because it is time for weigh-in. So yeah, Friday is my weigh-in day. And I really want to be slimmer of the week again, but I don't think I'm going to be. Although, I don't know, I could be. I mean, I've had a pretty good week, to be fair. We did go out for breakfast yesterday, but I didn't really have any lunch, and I didn't have a big dinner either. I wasn't that hungry, so maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go paint that table, get changed, and I'll catch up with you when I'm back from slimming, and I'll speak a bit more about the actual slimming club because a few people have asked about it. So I'll see you later. Wish me luck. Right, before I say how I got on my weigh-in, I'm going to eat my lunch, and I've got the rice paper rolls that I filled up with salad. So lettuce, pepper and carrot and a bit of hummus, and then I've made a little dipping sauce with sweet chilli sauce and peanut butter, and I'm really hungry because it's I think it's about 2:30 now, so I'm going to eat this and then we'll catch up. I am back from slimming and I've had my lunch, which was absolutely gorgeous. It was these rice paper things that I got the other day. You're in the kitchen cupboard and all the doors are open, so I'm sorry about the wind and the noise, but it's too hot to have everything closed up. And I just wanted to let you know how I got on at my weigh-in, and also some people were asking about the slimming club that I go to. You'll have to excuse me though because I'm chopping, because I want to get a load of roasted veg done, some potatoes cooked. Yeah, so I'm cutting up courgette and pumpkin and some red pepper to roast off in the oven whilst I've got the oven on. I'm doing some potatoes, which I'll probably do as wedges actually. Martin might be going back and forth because he's doing some work outside, so he might need to get to his little sheddy bit. And like I say, I'm afraid it is windy. Oh, I got these as well. These have come in the post from Temu. Very dodgy. They're like ice cream molds. They're quite small, but I don't mind that. And some ice lolly sticks. So I might even try and make some vaguely healthy sort of ice lolly things. But if I do that, I'll show you. Yes, so slimming. As I said before, I've had quite a good week, although I forgot that we did go out for lunch, didn't we? And obviously we had that breakfast out yesterday. Done plenty of walking, plenty of swimming as well, actually. And so I went today, got on the scales, and I had stayed the same, which is absolutely fine. You know, I lost £4 last week, and I don't really expect to lose masses every single week, so I was quite happy with that. And we stayed, my friend Tracy and I, we stayed afterwards to have a cup of coffee and a chat with everybody. It's quite funny actually, because it's the Slimming Club is, how can I describe it? It's not Slimming World. It's because everybody there is doing their own thing. They do different diets. So it's, I don't know how long it's been going on for, but it was started a few years ago by a group of ladies who obviously needed to watch their weight, and I think who'd probably done like Weight Watchers or Slimming World or something like that back in the UK, and they decided to set it up over here. You know, just, I think it was probably sort of like a group of friends, and it just grew from there. It used to be held in the Crazy Goat, and it is now held in Benny's, which is a bar in Costa d'Antigua. You find over here that a lot of things for kind of the expats or whatever you want to call us are held in bars. Like my Spanish class is held in a bar. The bars like it because it gets people in, you know, buying coffees and other drinks and maybe food and all that kind of thing. So they're quite happy. And, you know, for people that want to run groups or whatever, they then don't have to pay to hire a venue. So it helps everybody out really. Benny's, where we do the slimming, does do food, but I've kind of made a decision to myself that I won't be buying any food when I go. Some of the ladies have like a breakfast after we've been weighed, although to be fair, so they're pretty good, most of them. They have like one of them today had scrambled egg and tomato, someone else had beans on toast. So, you know, they're not having like a massive big fry up or anything. And if they were, then obviously it's up to them, no judgment from me. But I've decided for myself that it kind of negates the whole point of me going. So I'm happy to have a coffee and a chat because they're a really nice bunch. And yeah, so that's it really. There's not that much to tell. That's all I can say about it really. We pay €3 to the lady who weighs us, and that money, what they do with the money is some of it goes to some charities over here, which is really nice, and some of it is used for when it's somebody's birthday. We all get a drink from the bar. So like last week, let me open that. No, that's not better. Last week it was Denise's birthday, so I had a coffee and that was paid for. And then I think once a year at Christmas we all go out for a meal and the money is used for that. So it really is windy. It's nice because we're giving some to charity. It's not costing a fortune, but it still makes you, or it makes me, accountable because I am paying every week. So it's really good for me. It's going to keep me under control, I know that. It's really nice for me to spend time with my friend Tracy, and getting to know the other ladies. I was talking to a few others today. Yeah, so all good. And actually in the winter, when the weather's not so hot, Martin and I'll probably walk there and back because it's a really nice walk along the coast path. Here comes the wind again. I'm just going to have to check that this is all right actually before I keep blabbering on. I've done my veg. So I'm going to put some seasoning on that and bung that in the oven, and then I'll be back when I'm peeling potatoes. I've just watched that little bit back. Well, it's not little, it's 6 minutes, but I've just watched that back, and the wind's not bad because you're in the cupboard, so I can talk more whilst I peel potatoes. I'm going to show you now some of the food that I've been eating. I made some onion rings with the chickpea flour. We were having, well actually there's a little clip, have a look at this. Okay, we're having for dinner tonight these green cuisine veggie, well they're vegan burgers, and I thought it would be interesting and hopefully they'll turn out really good to try and make some onion rings to go with them. We're having wedges with them, and I'm going to have like a lettuce bun around mine. Martin's got a little thin. I'm trying to, these things, I'm trying to use up everything from the freezer. So I've cut up some onions into rings and I'm soaking them in a bit of almond milk. I have no idea why, it just seemed like a good idea. And then I've got some good old chickpea flour, some spicy paprika in there, some onion powder and some garlic powder, and I'm just going to dip them into that. And then I've got a greaseproof paper, put them on here and bake them in the oven. I have no idea how they're going to turn out, but I will show you when they're done.
Knife and fork?
Yes, please. I like those onion rings.
Yeah.
They're with chickpea flour. So they're good for you. And I've got a lettuce burger, which is good for me. And yeah, I've been having other yummy, that was really yummy, and I definitely buy those burgers again. But what else have I been having? So we had the gnocchi that we normally have. Have I already shown you that? I can't remember. And I've been making healthy puddings as well. So I did like a crumble thing, which is made with oats and a bit of peanut butter. I did pear and apple, and we were having it with yogurt. What else is in the topping? Oats, peanut butter, mashed up banana, and a little bit of agave syrup. That's really nice. You can put some almond flour, whatever you call it, like ground almonds in it as well if you want, but I don't think I did this time. So that was really nice. And then I did some frozen bananas. I just sliced up a banana into rounds and put a tiny bit of peanut butter on it, on each one, and then those little tiny chocolates that we have, I melted 2 of those and then poured the chocolate over the banana pieces and froze it, and that was a really nice little pudding. One night we just had some cherries, other nights we've had fruit, chopped up fruit and yogurt with a bit of agave syrup. And I'm finding that I'm not snacking at all now. So I have my breakfast, which is tending at the minute, I'm tending towards my rice cakes again, and I like to have them with either with hummus and vegetables, sometimes avocado, but I haven't got any at the moment because they didn't have any in Eurospar. And a bit of fruit. Occasionally I'll have peanut butter on them and a bit of fruit, but I'm quite liking the hummus. Sometimes I might have egg on them, although I haven't really eaten eggs. all that much recently. So that tends to be my breakfast, or if I don't have that, I have fruit and yogurt. And then lunches have been sort of salady things, maybe some rice, occasionally some tuna. I think I had tuna once this week. And then obviously various different dinners, just healthy, and then a pudding. And then I allow myself a couple of sugar-free sweets in the evening. And I've pretty much stopped drinking fizzy drinks, and I'm back on my herbal teas and you know, maybe hot squash or just water, to be honest. So that's going well. That side of it is really going well. I do feel like I'm more back in control, and I'm pleased about that, I have to say. And I think that I'm going to carry on this way of eating. I'm going to research more healthy puddings, and you know, there's a channel on here called Simply Quinoa, and she does some good healthy sort of vegan puddings with it. I've made them in the past actually, and things like oat biscuits. I used to make stuff like that all the time when I was at my slimmest, when we lived in El Catillo. That is how I ate all the time. And yeah, that's what I'm aiming to get back to, and I have been aiming to get back to that for a long time, and it hasn't quite worked, but I feel quite positive this time, so fingers crossed. Right, I'm going to go and wash my potatoes now, chop them up and get them in the oven, and then I've got a Zoom call with my dad and my sister whilst they cook, and then it will be swimming time. It is now Saturday and it's actually nearly lunchtime. We walked down to Caleta this morning and had a coffee and fun in the sun and walked all around. Had a look in some of the shops as well actually, which you kind of don't do when you live here. It was quite fun actually. Saw a few little bits that might be nice for my shelves at some point. And then we walked back up the hill, which wasn't too bad actually. It's not as hot today, and it was a little bit cloudy earlier, but the sun has come out with a force now. I'm going to finish my painting this afternoon of the table, so I'm actually going to end the vlog now, and I will see you in next week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.